Well, and good evening. I'm going to be doing something new tonight that I hope will be a series of things. I love the films of Harold Lloyd, and I've written a novel called The Glass Character. I don't have it with me, but I've written a novel called The Glass Character, which is it's the story about Harold Lloyd and a young woman who's in love with him. Fictionalized, but it's basically based on truth. I watched and watched and watched those movies, and I still watch them. I have a few favorites, and this one here is a movie called Girl Shy, and it's about a young man who's enamored of, he's very poor, he's from a poor background, tailor's apprentice, and his girlfriend, his would-be girlfriend, is very, very wealthy. He thinks he has to prove himself by becoming a great author. And he writes a thing about how to be a great lover. And he submitted it, as you can see, to a publisher. They're laughing, they're jeering, they're joking. I'd love to meet the sheep that wrote that stuff. Well, guess what? They are about to meet Harold. The poor soul, a very sweet man, and always neatly dressed in a three-piece suit and a straw boater hat. And glasses. Now they're laughing away at his work, and he doesn't really quite realize it yet. It's a great thing about silent film. You can just do this, say blah blah blah. He doesn't realize yet that it's his novel that they're laughing at, or his instruction booklet. So she's kind of dragging it out a bit and saying, "Are you the guy who wrote that book?" And he kind of goes, he's not quite sure, you see. He's fairly smart, and he kind of knows that they're teasing him, but maybe not quite. He has a look on his face like, I can't quite believe what's happening to me. Because you see, if he makes it as an author, he can win his rich girlfriend. Everything's at stake. Everything. His whole future is at stake on this one little book. He thinks, I still laugh at this, all these women are crazy about him because he's written this wonderful book. And because Harold's character is girl shy and stutters, he just doesn't know what to do or what to say. He's completely thrown off balance, but they have him cornered. And he both dislikes it, and I think maybe he likes it a little bit too. You know, to have women like fussing over him like that. And you know something, I think Harold Lloyd actually had that attention in his wonderful life. So he's kind of climbing down out of this. She just says, "I love cavemen." And he's thinking, "Oh my God, get me out of here." But he very shyly, they tell him, "You can go on in, talk to the boss, talk to the editor. Will you autograph my book so I'll have something valuable to hand down to my grandchildren?" So you see, they're piling it on because they think he's a yokel. They think he's a bumpkin. They're not paying any attention to what he's writing. So he very sweetly and very charmingly signs it. I suppose he could look right into the depths of a woman's soul. Yeah, he probably could. And you see, they're just dragging it out. They're just dragging it out. It's funny. This is the scene that I love the most and am most affected by. One of the most in all his movies. It's the rejection scene. As a writer, I don't know how many rejections I've had. It's in the hundreds. All of them hurt. He doesn't know yet, though. He doesn't know yet. He still thinks there's hope. I've come to see when you're going to publish my book. When, not if. And you look at his reaction here. He laughs and he laughs and he laughs. And note, I want you to take note of Harold's face. And as this develops. You call that thing a book? Why, it's ridiculous. It's possible. It's a joke. His reaction here is this is about 15 seconds. And he's got tears in his eyes, and I don't know about you, but I don't quite call that comedy. That's heartbreak. And you see right into the back of his soul. It doesn't just mean I won't have a book published. It has little to do with that. It has everything to do with his future, with his would-be love. He can't win her now. He has nothing to bring her, he thinks. Of course, that turns out to be wrong. She lives an empty, hollow life as a rich person. I won't give away the ending. And he walks away. He walks away, and these women are just brutal. I'm drawing a picture of them. It's just, there's a lot of mockery in Lloyd films, and there's a lot of social humiliation. And I think Harold, much as he was a jaunty, seemingly man, I think he suffered. He was a poor kid. Desperately poor. And had to kind of make his way. And maybe he did get. How would he know how to do that? If he had never been taunted or teased or treated like less than. I think he knew. He's under the tree, thinking, maybe that's the end of it. But you know what? In a Harold Lloyd film, the end is never the end. There's always tomorrow. He looked upward. I think there was a lot of pain there, and that's what made it good. There she is. There she is. There's his lady love, the beautiful rich girl. But he knows now he has nothing to give her. He thinks. He has to drive her away. He has to make her go away. It's heartbreaking because he does this scene so well too. And this is drama. This is not comedy. This is pure acting, and the kind of drama you didn't see in the 20s. You know what screen acting was like then. It was kind of silly. His acting is very minimal. It's kind of below the line. His face he doesn't mug and twist his face around. But you can see what he's doing here. He has to get rid of her. He has to get rid of her. He has to do the noble thing. And she's very, very hurt. And she doesn't understand why he's doing it. Why, you didn't believe all I said, did you? And she's thinking, yes, I did. This is Jobina Ralston, is a wonderful actress. And by the way, those two, they had a red-hot affair. It went on for some time. So, a little tidbit, the two of them were involved. You can kind of feel it in the vibe there, that's pretty strong. I tell that to all my girlfriends. He's really trying to lay it on that, no, you weren't special. You weren't special to me. You were just like all the rest of them. You know, I tell that to all of them. And she's getting more and more hurt, more and more devastated. You can see her head's kind of going down like that. She's in a lot of pain. Because he's hurting her, and he's hurting her on purpose so she won't waste her time with him. That's something you don't see anymore. That's something you don't see anymore. It's so beautiful, and then he walks away with another girl that he doesn't even know. The Cracker Jack box. You know, it's really almost past bearing. And, you know, calling it a comedy. People often say Chaplin films are poignant. what do you call this?